Hi friends, welcome to BioGlow. If you like this channel, please like, share and subscribe. Today we are going to discuss the second part of the topic disease forecasting in plants. Myself Mohammad Jasil A, Assistant Professor of Microbiology, Marcus Arts and Science College, Adavanad. Disease forecasting methods. Disease forecasting requires field observation on the pathogen characters, collection of weather data, variety of the crop and certain investigations and their correlations. Usually, the following methods are employed in disease forecasting. First one, forecasting based on primary inoculums. Presence of primary inoculum, its density and viability are determined in the air, soil or planting material. Occurrence of viable spores or propagules in the air can be accessed by using different air trapping devices, that is spore trapping devices. Propagules means, what is the meaning of propagule? A vegetative structure that can become detached from a plant and give rise to a new plant. Example, a bud, sucker or spore, etc. In the case of soil-borne diseases, the primary inoculum in the soil can be determined by monoculture method. Presence of loose smut of wheat, ergot of pearl millet and viral disease of potato can be detected in the seed lots at random by different seed testing methods. What is the meaning of loose smut of wheat? It's a fungal disease. Loose smut is a fungal disease caused by Ustilago tritici. What is the meaning of ergot? Ergot is a group of, it's a fungal disease of plants, or it is a group of fungi. Mainly ergot is caused by the fungus Claviceps purpurae. Pearl millet means bajra. Okay. Then seed testing methods can be used to determine potential disease incidence and enable decision to be made on the need for chemical seed treatment. The extent of many virus diseases is dependent on the severity of the preceding winter, which affects the size of vector population in the growing season. Example, sugar beet yellow virus. Second one, forecasting based on weather condition. Weather conditions via temperature, relative humidity, rainfall, light, wind velocity, etc. during the crop season and during the intercrop season are measured. Weather conditions above the crop and at the soil surface are also recorded. Third one, forecasting based on correlative information. Weather data of several years are collected and correlated with the intensity of the diseases. The data are compared and then the forecasting of the disease is done. Forecasting criteria developed from comparisons of disease observation with standard meteorological data have been provided for diseases like septoria leaf blotch of wheat, fire blight of apple and barley powdery mildew. What is the disease known as septoria leaf blotch of wheat? Septoria leaf blotch of wheat is a fungal disease caused by Mycosphaerella graminicola. Then fire blight of apple is caused by Erwinia amylivora. Erwinia amylivora is a gram-negative bacterium. And powdery mildew is a fungal disease caused by Podosphaera xanthi. Then fourth one, use of computer for disease forecasting. In some advanced countries, forecasting of disease is made by the use of computers. This system gives the results very quickly. One such computer-based program in USA is known as Blightcast for potato light blight. The examples of well-developed forecasting systems are given below. First one, early and late leaf spot of groundnut. How we can determine the early and late leaf spot of groundnut? A technique has been developed for forecasting early and late leaf spot of groundnut in the USA. When the groundnut foliage means leaves, remains wet for a period greater than or equal to 10 hours and the minimum temperature is 21 degrees Celsius or higher for 2 consecutive days or nights, the disease development is forecasted. A computer program has been developed in the USA. This is accurate and is widely used in the USA. The data on hours for day with relative humidity, that is RH, of 95% and above and minimum temperature during the relative humidity observations for the period for the previous 5 days are fed to the computer. Calculations are rounded to whole numbers. The T by RH index for each of the 5 days is calculated. For example, when hours of the RH, that is relative humidity 95% that is equal 10 and the minimum temperature during the period equals 21.1 degrees Celsius, the temperature bar relative humidity index is 2.0. The temperature by relative humidity indices for days 4 and 5 are summed. If the total index exceeds 4, the disease is forecasted. And if the index is 3 or less, no disease to be forecasted. The next disease, late blight of potato. In the USA, a forecasting program has been developed for late blight of potato. Late blight of potato is caused by Phytophthora infestans. It's a blight is a plant disease caused by fungus such as mildews, rust and smuts. Okay, light blight of potato is caused by Phytophthora infestans. The initial appearance of light blight is forecasted 7 to 14 days after the occurrence of 10 consecutive blight favorable days. A day is considered to be blight favorable when the 5-day average temperature is 25.5 degrees Celsius and the total rainfall for the last 10 days is more than 3 centimeters. A computerized version, that is Blightcast, has also been developed in USA for forecasting potato light blight. Blightcast is written in Fortran 4. Fortran 4 is a programming language developed by John Backus and IBM. When a farmer desires Blightcast, he telephones the Blightcast operator and reports the most recently recorded environmental data. The operator calls for the Blightcast programs in the computer via typewriter terminal and feeds the new data into the computer. Within a fraction of a second, the computer analyzes the data and series of a forecast and spray recommendations to the operator who relays it to the farmer. The entire operation can be completed during standard 3-minute telephone call. The system makes one of the 4 recommendations via no spray, late blight warning, 7 days spray schedule or 5 days spray schedule. The last 5 days spray schedule is issued only during severe bright weather. In West Germany, Phytoprog is the program used for calculating the Blightcast. It is based on measurements of temperature, relative humidity and rainfall. Phytoprog provides a negative prognosis, that is an indication of when the usual routine spray application should be dispensed with. The next disease, blister blight of tea. A system for predicting epidemics of blister blight of tea, that is caused by Exobasidium vaccines, has been developed based on the number of spores in the air in the tea plantation and the duration of surface wetness on the leaves. Two conditions is that the number of spores in the air in the tea plantation and the duration of surface wetness on the leaves. The duration of sunshine is negatively correlated with the duration of surface wetness. Next disease, southern cone leaf blight and rice blast. EPIME is a system for forecasting southern cone leaf blight that is caused by Bipolaris maidis based on a conceptual model. Then rice blast. Rice blast is caused by two species, Magna porta graciae and Pericularia oryzae. Is done by correlative information method. It is predicted on the basis of minimum night temperature 20 to 26 degrees Celsius in association with high relative humidity of 90% or above. The computer-based forecasting system also has been developed for rice blast in India. Then next diseases, wheat stem rust and brown stripe down mildew of corn. Wheat stem rust. Forecasting wheat stem rust epidemic is done by analyzing the rain samples which give precise data for inoculum present in the air. First one, we can analyze the rain sample. Analyzing the rain sample that give precise data for inoculum present in the air. Moreover, several wind trajectories are also prepared to survey the airborne primary inoculums and its deposition. It has been observed that primary inoculum comes from South India to the plains of Central and North India. Next disease, brown stripe downy mildew of corn. The forecasting of brown stripe downy mildew of corn is caused by Sclerophthora rizae varzae, which is restricted to India, is done on the basis of average rainfall 100 to 200 centimeter or more, accompanied by a low temperature that is 25 degree Celsius or less. Spore trapping is useful for understanding epidemiology of a disease and behavior of the pathogens. This helps in developing models on dispersal of pathogens or on epidemiology of the disease and to formulate methods of management. The methodology of spore trapping depends on the following objectives of the worker. First one, biology of the pathogen. Second one, for infection forecasting. Third one, spore dispersal gradients. Fourth one, management of the disease. In epidemics of airborne plant diseases, the number of spores of the pathogen landing on the plant, which depends on the number of spores in the atmosphere above the crop, is an important factor for the quantitative sampling of atmosphere, that is number of spore per unit volume of air. For trapping and estimating these studies, different types of traps are used. Cylindrical rods or microscopic glass slides. It helps to gather data on the spore arrival in a locality. In this, the surface of the microscopic slide is smeared with grease and made sticky. In this method, quantitative estimation is not possible as number of spores collected by is very low. The other methods used to trap fungal spores are the following. First one, Hurst volumetric spore trap, Rotorod sampler or Rotorod spore trap. Third one, Anderson cascade spore sampler. Then Baudillon slit sampler, Burkett 7-day volumetric spore trap, then jet spore trap. These are the methods used to trap fungal spores in the air. This is all about the disease forecasting in plants. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe.